Superspeedway Kings brings truck racing to Talladega for Friday Night Thunder. Watch some of the best competitors iRacing has to offer. Take on the high banks of Dega and try to avoid the big one. Watch 40 drivers take on the high banks of Talladega Superspeedway to compete for cash prizes and bragging rights. All brought to you tonight by the Superspeedway Kings and the one-stop shop graphics designers.
All right, welcome back to Superspeedway Kings Friday Night Thunder. We just watched one heck of a race right there, and welcome back to the IWM Broadcast Network. I'm Rick Souza here with my co-broadcaster John Drugis. And John, what do you think we're going to see in our second event?
I think we're going to see a little bit of the same. There are quite a few drivers in this one that are coming back for race number 2. There's quite a couple new faces. So I think we're going to see a mix of craziness, a little bit of patience, and I imagine the same chaos we saw in race 1 with Kenneth McCullough Jr. bringing home the win, Adam Kilday, as well as a couple other drivers there. Anthony English finishing in the top 3, top 5. And it's just going to be a crazy race. I know the money's bigger in this one, the prize pool even larger. And just to share what some of those are going to be here in the second race, you're going to have for first place paying out a whopping $250. Yes, $250. With second place going at $200, third at $186, fourth at $150, and fifth at $130 with a $22 entry fee. So very nice payout for some of these guys here tonight. Whoever's going to win this race is going to have a lovely Friday evening and a great start to their weekend.
I'm going to see if we can bring in Mr. Cody Nagel, see if we can add Cody to the broadcast booth. Hey, Cody, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Welcome to the broadcast booth. So probably not the race you probably wanted to have in our first race.
Well, be honest with you, the guys I was running with, I really didn't. One of my teammates got caught up in a wreck, and I don't think we just ever really got connected. So I kind of got stuck around like 10th place the whole time, and it just seemed like people didn't want to go third, and I kept trying to make the third go, but I couldn't get any takers with me, which is wild. So it's just a weird race, and I guess I'll just throw that one, chalk it up as a loss, and move on, and just try to keep my track position because I may be running this one alone.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be. You're out there. It's really a full field, um, with probably a lot of guys that some guys but there's a lot of guys that we don't know that you're going to have to work your way through.
Yeah, I think again, if I'm going to run alone, I think starting top 5 is going to be key in the race, and try to at least get in the front 2 or 3 rows, and just don't give up track position, because if you're running alone or have minimal help, then obviously you don't want a scenario where you get caught up in a wreck or something. So I think I just need to try to stay out ahead of the madness, and put as much of this race in my control as possible.
So you've got some definitely some other competition out there. I see Malik Ray has registered for this event, and there are some other drivers that are usually pretty good on super speedways.
And it brings a different dynamic too, and I like it. Guys like Malik, Navarro, guys that hop in like that, Kyler, they're not concerned about running the third. And, I see them go, those are guys that I know I can trust and work with, where, there was a couple situations in the last race where I was, kind of just stuck pushing someone I'm not familiar with, and it really just didn't work out that well for me. So I'm hoping this go around, if I get in a situation where I need to gain, track position, just try to lean more on the guys that I know and trust.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's a lot of names that we're familiar with from the Super Speedway Kings truck series from before. You've been out there. You've got Kevin Freeze that you were running with, plus a number of other drivers that you saw on a regular basis. Plus, there are some great drivers who were that we see on Friday nights that it's a combination. We've got some great skills, but sometimes the patience isn't always there.
No, and I think a lot of the guys that are money racing for the first time, or just do it sparsely, they're still kind of getting their feet wet. I see some guys I run in OP with and against that are that ran pretty well that last race. Anthony English, Adam Kilday was up there. Them guys were making some good runs. They're very good super speedway racers, and certainly ones that you want to keep an eye on. Kevin Freeze is one of my Monday night teammates in the OP Premier Series, and we kind of run with each other off and on in the money racing scene, and he's another one that I know I can trust, and he's going to be a front runner and always one to keep an eye on. So again, I think at the end of the day, you just, if something doesn't go your way with the last race, and you find yourself outside of a cash spot, you just have to reset and get back to what has worked for you in the past, which ultimately I think for everyone goes down to familiarity and just finding the guys on the track that you think you mesh the best with, and see what you can do.
All right, well, that's Cody Nagels. Good luck, Cody, and hopefully we're talking to you later.
Yep, thanks, Rick.
You got it. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, John, and we will come back and go to qualifying.
Sounds good.
All right, welcome back. We are still under practice conditions here for our Friday Night Thunder event here on our Super Speedway Kings.
Oh, you know what? That's a good
This is
idea.
our second event, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, Barry. We're with us. So what we've learned is a lot of things. As this iRacing put out a massive update this past week, and lots of things changed. Some amazing things. They put in rain and some new cars and some great new tracks. But at the same time, there may be just a few bugs in how these things operate and how things work. And hey, bear with us. So we're back. We're going to work our way through practice. We're just a few minutes away from going into qualifying and then getting race number 2 underway. And so if you're not familiar, this is a money race. So that means there's some big cash prizes for those drivers who finish in the top 5.
Yep, big cash prizes for sure. $250 to the winner. Massive payout there, absolutely.
All right. So right now we are looking and trying to get a feel for just who is running. There's some big names in this field. We're looking forward to seeing just who's out there and who's competing. So we've got some big names. Malik Ray is one. You're going to see Michael Guest also racing tonight. These are guys with pro licenses inside of iRacing. We've got Kyler Wynn, who's also here. Austin Green. You've got, just trying to grab some notables here if you're into iRacing. Trying to think, Kevin Freeze, long-time racer here. We talked and had a little interview with Cody Nagel, another well-known driver. Andrew Navarro is also here, another well-known racer here as well. So looking forward to tonight's event. Practice is coming to a close in just a few minutes, and we'll get qualifying underway.
Rick, one thing I'm very curious about this race is where is this field going to stack up with the first field? I think you've got to have some momentum going from race 1 to race 2. So I'm excited to see what the race 1 guys are going to do here with some of the new guys in race 2. So it should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, part of the challenge here, the benefit is you got some really well-known, successful guys here from iRacing who have joined in this event. But you've also got some everyday, regular guys here as well. So there's a mix of skill levels that are here, and you may be just an average guy who who's maybe relatively even new to iRacing, and you can compete in this event. And then you've got some guys who are really good, and it's a good opportunity to learn, but also at the same time, you want to be able to mind your P's and Q's.
Yep, you got to mind them. You got to mind your P's and Q's, especially here at here at Talladega. You got to watch out for every move. We saw last race where you get a bad push, you get shoved, and next thing you know, you're wrecked, and it's the end of your day. So a big awareness game here at Talladega, especially with as many trucks as we're going to have on the track tonight.
All right, we're hoping everything will kick off well. How many more minutes before we know? I think it's just a couple more minutes before we go into practice. But out of practice and go into qualifying. But hopefully we'll get this underway. So again, super thankful for those of you who have tuned in or watching along on our broadcast here, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I think even Twitter and Twitch. We thank you for tuning in. We ask that you like and subscribe to whatever stream you're watching, so you can be notified of future events that happen on the IWM Broadcast Network, and that we're able to bring you some of the best that iRacing has to offer. We do have 2 other nights that we bring you racing on Wednesday nights with the Tech for Troops Cup Series, and Thursday nights with the INRS Series, the iNASCAR Racing Series. And those have been some fabulous races that we've been able to bring to you.
For sure, great racing in all of those, and can't wait for next week. It should be a great week of racing here on the IWM Broadcast Network. So make sure to subscribe and tune into those if you want to see some next-gen action going on. Watkins Glen and Bristol, I believe. So
yep.
It's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. So I think just maybe, I'm guessing it's maybe 4 more minutes before we go into qualifying. I am absolutely looking forward to what we're going to see qualifying-wise with some of these big-name drivers.
Oh, yeah. Qualifying is going to be so important early on, especially here with race number 2, because the names are bigger, the payouts are bigger, which means the stakes are bigger, and the patience somehow inversely goes down. So it's going to be a good race.
All right, just right now we're just watching drivers work their way around practice. Some are, you will see some guys out here practicing. Here you got a big group. Got Cody Anderson, Kyle Wynn, Justin Mills, Jason Maines, Anthony English, Adam Kilday, who we just saw in the previous race out here competing. Some good drafting and good bump drafting. I don't know how they do it, John. I just don't know how they're able to keep that truck pointed in the right direction with a huge bump through the corners.
Yeah, practice. Practice makes perfect. That's all I gotta say. It's pretty epic to see these guys do what they do, and more impressive to see how they're able to do it, 3x3x3 as well. I think you're gonna see a lot of that tonight, a lot of 3-wide action. So, and on cue, there we go.
It's a little bit of 4-wide. Yeah, and you'll see that skill with these guys. You may not see it with some of the other guys, and how they're able to pull it off and make it through and survive the big one, which we know will happen, especially here at Talladega. See if we've got who we can see on track. See Kevin Freeze is out there in that gray 25. Got Jason Maines out there in the 1.
I expect both of those guys to be up near the front.
Justin Mills in the 4 out there as well. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting when we start seeing some qualifying times as well. We'll see how that all plays out. But just a few minutes before we go back, just less than 2 minutes before we go back to, before we get to qualifying. take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, just 30 seconds left before we go back to go to qualifying. John, do we know if the fuel has changed on this event?
So I will do a little research right now and see what our fuel percentages are at for this second race here, Friday Night Lights at Talladega. Fuel is at 100.
No, 43. I think I'm hearing.
Yep, 43%. So interesting that it's such a drastic change, but that means these guys are definitely going to have to pit.
Absolutely. All right, so we're about to get qualifying underway. Bear with us. A little bit of a glitch with our broadcast software. We'll hope to get that resolved. So right now that's Justin Mills on track now. Trying to keep our eye on some of these drivers. We'll see. And bear with us as we fight through some of these tech issues here.
Gotta love technology. It's great. Especially when Talladega is a lovely 70-something degrees and the track is like 125 degrees.
This is Ron Morris Jr. in the 76. Right now, we have not seen any. As soon as we begin to see some times roll in, we'll update you as best we can. But qualifying is underway here for our second race of the night. Lots of qualifiers, lots of competitors here. It's going to be a massive field.
Should be a great field, though. It's going to be pretty impressive to watch. So definitely stay tuned. A lot of guys out front that are new for race number 2. You got Kyler Wynn, Malik Ray, Michael Guest, Jared Barkley.
Yep, we're just kind of flipping through some of the drivers we are seeing sometimes come in. And sometimes not showing. Bear with us again. See, once qualifying wraps up, we should be good to go. That's Jason Maines on track right now. We'll see where his time shows up. So he crosses that start-finish line. Right now, Kenneth McCullough is right now on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, we saw him bring home the win in race number 1. So we'll see if he can win and sweep the Friday Night Thunder.
Well, he just got usurped because Jason Maines just put a 55.1 on top and is currently on top of the leaderboard.
Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. 4 thousandths, that is? Yeah, 4 thousandths of a second.
So that's going to be, what we're seeing is a qualifying time of 55.513. But when they're in the draft, they're stacked up nose to tail. We were seeing qualifying times, John, where were we? 40 in the high 48s, low 49s?
Yeah, just about that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive how fast these guys are going in the draft. The draft definitely matters so much here on super speedways, obviously. So you got to stay in that. And if you lose it, you're just hoping and praying for a wreck. So tonight is all going to be about the draft.
So we got pretty much qualifying is wrapping up. This is Cody Nagels who's on track now. It's like Cody took his time and just let these other guys get out there and get some laps in, get their qualifying in, and we've always seen Cody up there. This is just one of, there are a number of guys out there. When you said, give me a list of the top, super speedway guys, Cody's name always comes up.
Oh, it does. He's one of the class acts of the field, so we'll see how he's able to perform here in race number 2. Not the finish he wanted in race number 1, but obviously we have 2 races, so cool to see him back in race number 2, see what he's able to do.
And speaking of that time, he just put it on the pole.
Well, he was listening to us.
With a 55.507.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it.
All right, a few other drivers still out. We're going to go look around this Austin Green in the 87. Austin Green just put it in P3.
Wow. A lot of these late movers are making their way up to the front of this field.
Yep, and I think there's just one truck still on the track right now. That is the 04 of Christopher McCullough. We saw him in the previous race. He's finishing up. I think he wound up in 25th. I think that is the last qualifier at this time. I believe that may end up wrapping up qualifying at this point, but we'll see. But just a tremendous field, John.
Oh, yeah, tremendous field. I mean, look at the top 25 separated by 5.3, 5.4. Was that 5? Or yeah, my bad. 0.05. 0.05 hundredth of a second. So it's impressive. It's impressive.
All right, let's get this ready to go. I think we're beginning to get our field up, and I think we can begin to show a grid if our okay, let's bear with us here. Let's cross our fingers. The software gods are happy with us. Bingo, we got a grid.
All righty, there we go. So starting on pole for tonight's Friday Night Thunder Race 2 with the Super Speedway Kings and the IWM Broadcast Network. You got Cody Nagels there in first, Jason D. Maines in second, Austin Green in third, Kenneth McCullough Jr., your race 1 winner, starting in fourth, Kyler Wynn in fifth, Kevin Freese in sixth, Kenneth Stamper in 7th, Jackson Carr in 8th, Anthony English in 9th, and Dylan C. Jones rounding out your top 10.
Malik Ray starts in 11th, John Mullihan in 12th. In 13th, Michael Triscano. In 14th, Trevor Aswarnath. In 15th, Matt Lee. Richard Sanchez is in 16th, Aubrey Thompson in 17th, David Bond is in 18th, Michael Guest in 19th, and Sean Colbert in 20th.
In 21st, you have Justin Mills, 22nd. You have Rafael Hubi in 23rd, Zach Range, 24th, Matthew Patton, 25th. You have Christopher McCullough in 26th, David Sheets, Adam Kilday in 27th, with Bobby Forbes in 28th, Ron Morris Jr. in 29th, and Rhett Tucker rounds out 30th.
31st, Robert Wagner. 32nd, Jared Barclay. 33rd is David Farmer. 34th, Ryan Newman from Wisconsin, or from Michigan. Dalton Randolph, 35th. Timothy Peters is in 36th. 37th is Troy Wilson. Nathan Warren in 38th, Joey Galati in 39th, Eric McMillan is in 40th and 41st, Cody Anderson, 42nd is Andrew Navarro, 43rd is Brock Westmoreland. All right, that takes care of our grid. And I think we are now underway. We're getting this moving. Okay, we are underway. This field is beginning to get underway, and we will get this race started.
Should be a good one for number 2. Full field here. It's going to be a wild one, I know that for sure.
Looking forward to it. There's a number of guys I'm trying to keep my eye on here. We'll do our best to bop around and see what's happening in the field. See the 87 of Austin Green with a banner of college across the top of his truck. Maybe he's trying to earn a little money towards college.
Yeah, I mean, he may be also a part of the college series here with the trucks on iRacing. So cool to have him a part of this as well. Love those. Love the drivers that are able to come out from many different disciplines. There's a Road to Pro driver right there as well.
That's Kyler Witt.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So got some very awesome names here in this one to pay attention to. So it's going to be a fun one.
Yep, you'll see that's the 54 of Michael Guest. Back up here, you'll see the 31 of Malik Ray. Keeping an eye on a number of drivers here. Should be very interesting as these seasoned professionals kind of work their way up through the field.
Alrighty, here we go. Pace car has made its way down pit road. About to get race number 2 started, underway here at the Superspeedway Kings Friday Night Thunder. And we're green flag racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. The 1, the 03. We already got already 3 wide?
Not quite yet. Oh,
we're wrecking though.
21 is in the wall.
And he come back down, or are they going to keep it going in the right direction? I think he kept it down, or I guess up against the wall. No caution. Unfortunate there. Wow.
See, Cody Nagels is looking that outside line. He's got the 1 of Garrett Maines behind him.
And there goes the 25. Yep, 25 to the outside.
Yeah, I expect to see that third line begin to form up pretty quickly here. That little incident on that in our first lap has kind of broken the field apart a little bit.
You know, if you think about it, that could be a good thing. You know, it spreads out the field. It maybe it lets some breathing room into the race naturally. So we'll see if that is the case. But I don't know. These guys are looking pretty racy and pretty sporty up here in the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, further on back, you can see that that has broken into a single car line. But here we are 2 wide.
2 wide down here through turn 3 and 4, about to get to the start-finish line here. Led by 87 of green, Nagels, Wynn, Maines, your top 4 as it stands right now. Got a lot of hungry guys behind this pack. You got the 30 of Kenneth Stamper, Leek Ray there. You got a big block.
They're coming up on a lap down car as well.
Yep, and that was a big block. Yeah, somebody for sure about to be lapped. That was a big block there. The 87. I mean, it was huge. That caused that second line to stack up, which pushed the one all the way now back in line. Now we got 4 wide action with the lap down car. Definitely not what you wanted to happen there, but that is going to give the lead right here to that 82 machine.
87 of Austin Green, I believe. Bear with us as we try to call these numbers at 200 miles an hour here. But yeah, it's 87 of Austin Green is currently showing in. And the lead is in that inside line. To the outside is the 6 of Cody Nagels.
Yep, behind him, I believe that is the 82.
It shows the 71 behind Cody Nagels, but I believe that's Malik Ray.
Okay. Big push. Oh, wow. Trying to block that outside run there.
Third line is definitely solidly beginning to form up there, as led by Jason Maines on that outside.
Yeah, so that 82 is Kyler Wynn. The 31 of Malik Ray is in the 31 truck, but I don't see a 31.
No, that's actually the season. It's actually the 71.
71, got it.
So typically you will see that happen here. Our tower is picking up that number from iRacing, but the truck paint could be different. So bear with us here. We're trying to kind of cross-reference it. So that truck that's leading that outside line, that's the 31 on the tower, 71 on the truck. That is Malik Ray.
And that's a huge push there from the one of Dylan Jones, pushing Malik all the way up to the front of this pack. We'll see what he's able to do. Is he going to go down? Oh, big block.
Huge.
They're going down. They are pushing all the way through it. I don't know if that's going to work. Hold on.
It worked. So we're seeing things that we don't typically see in your everyday working man iRacing competitor here. Oh, a little bit of contact.
Oh, man. Well, what I think I may see here in the future is an incident. I think there could be something brewing because, Rick, the blocks are huge. Drivers are having to check out and check up. And so, I mean, I don't know how much longer they can run like this. But what awesome racing we have right now, 3x3x3 for 5, 6, 7 rows. As now you see the one pushing the one. So who's actually out front right now?
Looks like that is the one of Dylan C. Jones in that white number 1. He's got the 71 behind him. That is Malik Ray. But Garrett Maines is in that center line. He's got Cody Nagels pushing him. That outside line, I'm not sure, is running, I think. The numbers aren't matching up, so I'm going to make a guess.
Maybe it's not John.
It shows as a 6, but it's not a 6. Well, I guess it
yeah,
could be.
there.
It could be John Mullahan.
I think it actually is, because in that high line is Cody Nagels in the 46, but he's showing in the 6. That is the silver in green, number 6 on the high side. There is English right in front there. So a lot of different numbers and trying to make that work, so we'll do our best. But right now you have Malik Ray on the bottom line. You have Dylan C. Jones in the middle with Cody Nagels in the 6 green truck on the outside with the 44 of Anthony English pushing him in that high side. That outside line starting to dissipate just a little bit with driver count, but seems to be holding okay. Now coming to 22 laps to go. Rick, I got to say, you could tell the talent's here because they've been able to hold on for dear life.
Don't want to jinx them, but this is what we had come to expect out of this group of drivers. The talent here is incredible. It shows here.
Yeah, and you can see those pink banners across the top of those cars. Teammates, again, all lining up there. That is the 03, the 04, and I think that's actually another number 1 truck.
It is. There's 2 number 1 trucks on that.
There's 3.
Jason Maines in the middle. Dylan Jones on the low line.
Yeah, a lot of similar numbers here, so bear with us. But that's a big pack of roughly 30 cars, I can imagine, up in that front pack right now. As we start to see Dylan C. Jones start to block that middle lane, and that's where the pushes can become pretty nasty and gnarly. And this is a great shot, Rick, seeing all the moves that are going on.
Absolutely. If you see the driver take that opportunity, if he sees an opportunity to drop to a different line or up to a different line to see what is in his best interest, he'll take it.
And you got to take it. There's no other option.
Yeah, we should go on board with maybe the 47 of Jackson Carr. See if we can get his perspective. He is on the outside behind Jason Maines. You'll see what limited visibility these drivers have.
You can see the head bobbling in the rearview mirror, and then you got nothing. Oh, hold on to her on the inside. Got limited visibility here in this current view, and it's treacherous. He's getting pushed from behind. You can see the truck start to push forward a little bit. He's trying to stay off. Maines there right in front of him, and it's just it's wild racing. I mean, if you haven't done it, I got to tell you, it looks a lot easier than it is. Running here 3 wide in an oval, it is tough. You are inches away from other trucks. Oh, and there's a blink. Was that a blink there, Rick?
Could have been. We'll see better from this shot. If we do see a driver who may have a connection issue in this group 3 wide, the last thing you want to see is a driver blinking in and out.
Yeah, because the next thing you know, you're going to be in the rear decklet of somebody's truck, and iRacing can only take that for so long before you start to incorporate real physics to the side of things. So
that's correct. So one of the things we have to consider, John, is that they're only on 43% fuel. So that means they're going to have to stop at least once for fuel.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. Pit road is going to be a busy place here soon for some of these drivers. So trying to make their way down to the bottom line is a key. You can start to see the 3 wide start to dissipate right now. These drivers are going to try. Right there, you saw the one trying to make his way down to the inside line. It's you got to pit, of course. And that's what I think is happening right now. The whole field knows it. They're trying to make their way down to the bottom line so they can pit together.
Yeah, and if you've got patience, which not every driver has, you can say, okay, I'm going to make my way down now. We should see a huge run. If we see these drivers all go in at once like this, it's going to really behoove that driver to know exactly where their pit stop is. Here we go. We are seeing drivers come down onto the road. There is
a lot of drivers coming in really hot. Sorry, Rick, didn't mean to interrupt, but there's a lot of guys coming in there very fast. Were you going to say pit road speed?
yeah, because there's
oh, we're wrecking on pit road. There's a car backwards. Don't know who that was, but we got a car backwards on pit road. somewhere. I swear I saw a car spin out.
Certainly possible. Big race off of pit road as these guys get in. Those are short fueling windows. Oh, and there's wrecking going on behind. They're spinning
Uh-oh,
back.
that's going to come up the track. Yeah, that's going to be a caution. Oh, no. Well,
Oh,
that's our first caution of the night.
And that came at a very inopportune time. And we caught none of that in the broadcast. Let's see if we can go back and see just what happened there.
Oh, no.
How
Wow.
did that happen? That was...
I have no clue. And then he rolled back up the track. Ooh, that was close.
That was the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. Definitely contact, although you saw trucks. That typically never happens where you see the trucks passing through each other, but you know, it is a simulation, so things can happen.
Yeah, very, very odd here.
All
What
right,
that does
so
is puts us under caution.
it does put us under caution, and I'm curious to see. You know, there were drivers that did not come in that last time by. How that's going to, well, race control will have to figure this out for sure.
And right now, there was nobody calling out where the pace car was on the leaders because you're going to have a bunch of cars stacking up right here. Have to let the pace car by. There he goes. See the whole field stacking up right there in turn 3.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look through the telemetry here. It looks like Raphael Hubi did not pit. He may be the only driver that did not pit. I know Bobby Forbes is actually in the pits. He may have getting some repairs done, but I think that is. So really, everybody wound up coming in on lap 13. So what could have been an ill-timed stop with that caution coming out really kind of worked out.
It did, absolutely. And here comes some of the guys to top off.
Yep. Yeah, why not take the opportunity, come down?
For sure.
Watching these drivers as they come in. And get back off of pit road. And from what we're looking at, except for looks like Trevor Asworth may have taken some maybe right side tires. Everybody else looks like it was fuel only.
Got it.
Now, interestingly enough, Kenneth McCullough, Matt Lee, and Trevor did not come back down on pit road, which puts them out front.
Well, hey, I mean, track position matters, so you got to play that call if you need to. So, very curious to see how that's going to play out, though. I mean, it's definitely going to be important for track position, but are they going to have enough? And is topping off the right move? That's what we have to figure out.
All right, the race is halfway over. We are at the 15 laps to go. Lights are on the pace car, which means we will be going back to green flag racing with 13 laps to go. That sound right?
Yep, just about.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network of Friday Night Thunder, brought to you by Superspeedway Kings. We have got a star-studded event tonight with some well-known drivers here on the iRacing platform. Highlighting just a few names: Dylan Jones, Austin Green, Malik Ray, Kyler Wynn, Kevin Fries. Got Cody Nagels, Michael Guest, kind of reading through just a few names if something jumps out. But that, and obviously there's an assortment of other drivers here who are well known on the Superspeedway circuit as well. So wish all of them luck. So Adam Kilday, who was he our second place finisher in?
Yes, I believe so.
Yep. He's currently in 17th here, but running up front, our winner earlier, Kenneth McCullough Jr. You got Matt Lee and Trevor up front. Dylan C. Jones is in front. Let's bring up our time tower. See your favorite driver. And we're about to get this race back underway. Lights are off on top of our pace car.
All right, going to have a 13-lap shootout for race number 2 here. It's going to be a wild finish to the end. I can tell you that right now.
Can these guys hold it together and just let it battle out at the end, or is it going to be game on as soon as we go back to green?
I think game on. I definitely think it's game on now because track position is definitely in play here, and you're going to see 3 wide, I think, pretty quick.
Well, that's been the story of this race so far. Didn't take long for that third lane to form up, and they were 3 wide for really solid 5 or 6 laps.
Absolutely, there were.
Fun to watch. Now is not the time to walk away and make some popcorn and grab a beer. Well, I guess you could.
Oh, no. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, if you're going to do it, I would do it now. I wouldn't do it at the end of the race. So, absolutely. But here we go. We're about to enter the Geico restart zone. Look who's back out front, the 03 of Kenneth McCullough, and he has the green flag out in front of him. Green flag back in the air at the line. 13 laps to go here at Talladega. You're starting to see the moves happen.
Matt Lee is on that outside.
Yep.
Kent McCullough leads that low line. He's got the 89. Trevor Warnoth, Dylan C. Jones to the outside in the 1. And by the time we call out the names and numbers, it's all going to change, so bear with us.
Yeah, it is all going to change for sure. That's where you're going to have to definitely pay attention to where these guys stand and where your driver is now with 12 to go. They're minding their business now, but it's going to be chaos once they start getting down to 5, 4 to go.
The rest of the field is strung out single file. That lead pack, that lead 20 cars is nose to tail, 2 wide and starting a 3rd lane.
And here she is. The 3rd lane has started in the back. Now, are they going to be able to make their way up to the front? That's the big question. That is the big question for sure.
So we get a little bit of a better look. I think that's Richard Sanchez in the 5 who's out in front, and now you're going to see some takers, some guys who are in the lower line saying, hey, I'm going to move up. I think that was Garrett Maines, Jason Maines, who moved up and took over that. You've got the 44. That's Anthony English as well in that outside line.
Yeah, you got these guys making moves now. Some of the same drivers we saw last race up here at the front in this race. You see Kenneth McCullough Jr. making his way down to the bottom lane to block that run from the 89. So right now, coming to 10 to go, we are 3 by 3, trying to count all the way back. So that's 15 cars. My bad, that's terrible math. That's 9 cars. right there. No, that's 15 cars or 15 trucks. Okay, my math was right. There on that line. So we got some third line.
There's a ton.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, right now since we have 3 more additional cars making their way to the back of this high line. But Rick, this whole field is together. Here comes the 03 to block the middle lane. He holds on to that lead. As the moves, the pushes are getting big.
Nearly 30 cars right now are 3 wide, leading this race. This is the second race of the night for the Superspeedway Kings and Friday Night Thunder, and they are making some noise here in Talladega.
Oh yeah, the Thunder is abundant, and any one of these guys can win this race. That's the beauty of it. That's what makes Friday Night Thunder with Superspeedway Kings so crazy, because anybody can win. We saw the chaos that happened on the last lap of last week's races, and also the race that happened before this. So here we saw the same thing. That outside line had a big check up there, a big moment.
Just kind of nosed out a little bit. That's Anthony English. He kind of nosed out a little bit.
Oh, hold on to her. You got the pusher being pushed, and that is going to drop that truck all the way to the back. He cannot make his way back up onto the track. He is racing on the apron right now. Still no way to get in. Actually, very decent speed on the apron of the track there. He did fall all the way to the back, but still in contention here with... Whoa, he's not clear. One was not clear with 8 to go.
Better to drop back and live the fight another day than get caught up in this and lose it. But that will make your day a little bit longer for certain.
It sure will, and you know, if chaos breaks loose here at the end, just hold on to your position there. Yeah, you may see something happen.
We expect it.
Oh yeah, it's just a product of it. It's a product of Superspeedway racing. You know, if you go to Talladega and don't expect any kind of chaos to happen, well, I need to know what kind of Talladega racing you've been doing, because that's not what we see here at Talladega normally. But Rick, we got 3 lanes, nose to tail, with 7 laps to go at the line. Are we going to see a 4th lane start up? I'm not sure, but we have 3 abreast for 5, 6, 7 rows deep.
Matt Lee continues to show the way. Kevin Fries is up there as well in the 25.
And those positions are changing as fast as...
Yep, that's the 25 of Kevin Fries. Has worked its way all the way up to the front.
Big move there by Malik Ray. Making his way down to the bottom lane now. So Malik Ray bottom lane, Kevin Fries in that middle lane. You got the 04 there in the high line.
Just a note on that 04, that's Christian McCullough. He started 25th, and now he is up to the front on that high line.
Wow, man, that's an impressive way to make your way back up to the field here.
Looking also David Sheets. He also started he's up, he's slipping back a little bit, but he is up plus 19 positions.
Absolutely is. Richard Sanchez up there as well. 3rd car in the top lane. Right now you got Kyler Wynn pushing that number 1 machine of Dylan C. Jones to the point. Malik Ray pushing the 25 of Kevin Fries now. Oh, we got a car pitting for gas. We got a pit again?
That's the 03 of McCullough.
That is McCullough, and that's, I mean,
Matt Lee. Guys we've seen in front. So
they took the gamble. Oh, we're wrecking. And we're wrecking. Big one. Oh my, wow. Rick, we just saw every single car, every single truck in this field wreck except for one.
Oh,
got
car
trucks flipping upside down.
Oh gosh.
Welcome to the IWM parking lot here in Turn 2 at Talladega.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us.
Telemetry has just got everybody in red.
I don't know who is that. Malik Ray?
That is Malik Ray. How did he survive that? I don't know. I don't think he. I'm not sure he survived cleanly. He's got some damage. Maybe not.
I mean, he had to have been in. He had to have been in the front. He had to have been the only car in the front. I mean, if it started up in the top row,
okay,
we'll see what happened here.
We're keying on Malik Ray, but we'll drop back if we need to. Looks like there's a bump from the 3 to the 85. I'm just trying to find maybe where this could have started.
It started up in the top lane, I believe, up in the front, the very front. Oh, right there. You see the 25 of Kevin Free shoot up the track. And then literally every single truck.
But look at Malik Ray.
Look at Malik Ray.
He's clean.
I think we need to see a blimp shot of this because this does not do this wreck justice.
That.
Wow.
Wow. So this occurred with 4 laps to go. So.
You know, a lot of drivers would be like, you know what? I mean, a lot of drivers are taking the safe route, going all the way to the bottom in the grass. But, you know, a lot of drivers would say, oh, wow, Malik Ray's pitting.
I think everybody.
A lot of drivers. Yeah, I think some individuals would be like, let's take the Days of Thunder approach. No, that nowhere would have worked. You're either getting a 1x for the grass or you're getting like a 2x, a 4x. You're getting some kind of damage in that one. Literally, there is nowhere to go. So we'll see how many guys survive this. You did have one quick repair, so see what these guys look like. There gets Malik Ray off pit road right there. He wins the race out of pit road.
Yeah, but there's some guys who did not come in. A good bit of drivers did not pit. So you've got Cody Nagels, who did not pit. Andrew Navarro, Richard Sanchez. Those guys, those 3 did not pit. I don't know what kind of damage, if they do have any damage. The back end of the 6 looks pretty tore up, but I don't think that may be his only damage. Everything else looks clean on that truck. See the tailgates a little dented in, but that would be okay. Same on the 5.
Pretty impressive yeah, absolutely. Pretty impressive if you don't have any damage.
Well, if all you got was a tap in the tailgate, that's not going to affect your success or failure here.
Correct. May affect your pushing or ability to be pushed, but
Correct.
Not going to affect your speed.
So the 42 of Andrew Navarro is on that outside. He's definitely looks like he's got some damage there. But based on this, looks like we will start this race with I guess we're moving to a green-white checker. We'll see how that goes.
Yes, we are in a green-white checker situation. I gotta say, that's probably one of the biggest wrecks I've ever seen.
It was the entire field.
Yeah. When you're going 2x2, you can squeak by, but 3x3, there's just so many cars in such a small area. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go, and so amazing that we still have 37 cars on the lead lap right now. I mean, absolutely amazing. Obviously, quick repairs did wonders right there, but still.
Well, something, obviously the 25 of Freeze got upset, turned, and unfortunately that led to the collective collection of the entire field. With the exception of Malik Ray, I think we got through cleanly. With this restart, though, that's going to put him restarting in 8th.
Absolutely will.
With how these races go, that's not a terrible place to be. Especially with the door slamming that we have seen on these restarts and these the race for the checkered flag.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna be wild to see how this plays out with the positions here. You got a lot of drivers that are kind of mixed within the field now. So obviously up here you got Cody Nagels, you got 42, you got the 5, Sanchez, you got Green, you got Kenneth McCullough still up there. So a lot of these drivers definitely know how to get it done, and it's all about attrition, especially right now. So see who's able to make their way through this through this chaotic last couple of laps. We'll see if it's going to be the last green-white checker we get. We don't know. Last race we only technically needed one, so we'll see what happens now, Rick, as the pace car drops off. 3 to go here for race number 2. Again, $450 are going to be paid out between first and second place right now. That sits in the hands of Cody Nagels and Andrew Navarro. Cody Nagels in the high line, Andrew Navarro in that low line. Pace car is off. They're in a Geico restart zone, and we are green flag racing here at Talladega. Oh, a little bit of a stack up though. Oh, we're wrecking in the back.
Behind.
There it is. That's a stack up, and big one number 2. Big one number 2. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Caution's back out.
When I started to see them some stack up, you know.
Yeah. I think a lot of them were able to avoid it. They weren't quite fully under speed. Back and try to see a little bit. I have no idea where that started, but we'll try to.
I want to say it started 5th car in line on the top side. Obviously, the 1 was involved right here. Oh, wow. Actually, who is that?
Yeah, I'm going to try and I'm jumping around a little bit to try and find who that was. I can't really identify. Bear with me here. There it is. That's the 043. I'm not sure I have that number.
That is the 043 of Zach Range.
There we go. Let's back that up just a little bit. Okay, is that you see that money line truck down below? Looks like the line probably did not move as fast. So that money line truck comes up and tags the. Oh, that's where it starts.
Yep. Unfortunate there for the 3 machine of Matthew Patton.
All right.
And that brings out our 3rd caution of the night.
So we do see a number of drivers coming down onto pit road. That's Cody Nagels, Richard Sanchez. I don't think they had enough fuel with this green-white checker situation.
I guess they didn't.
That puts also Andrew Navarro, Nathan Warren, and Richard Sanchez topping off for fuel. Now, that has reshuffled the top and put Matt Lee, Austin Green, Malik Ray, and Kenneth McCullough Jr. up at the front.
Yes, it does. I think it's going to be a great run to the finish with those guys. Can Kenneth McCullough go back to back? You know, if that's the case, if he won, he'd be at a $400 payout tonight. I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good for a Nite of Racing.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for tuning in to the IWM broadcast of the Superspeedway Kings Friday Night Thunder. We are under a green-white checker restart as we would just had an incident mid-pack on that restart. Matt Lee is currently showing us as the control car, and he will be in charge on this restart. He will have Malik Ray, I believe, behind him. Austin Green will be to his outside in that 87 truck. Another lap or two under caution. We'll be going back to green flag. But this has proven to be as exciting as we thought it was, John.
Oh yeah, it's going to be exciting, and I think this ending is going to be just as intense this time around. So I expect craziness and nothing less.
Remember, these drivers, they took that gamble. They did not come in on that earlier pit stop and use it to get some track position, hoping that the race would go green. But it didn't, and that unfortunately forced them to come back down onto pit road, and unfortunately they end up getting cycled back. Cody Nagels, I think he is currently showing back in 33rd position, and that is unfortunate for those guys. But it's a gamble. You can either gamble you're going to go green and not have a caution, or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think tonight was definitely a good test to see what it produced, because it could really go either way. And if they make it to the white flag, you never know what's going to happen. So obviously, it's going to be important now to keep your truck clean and make it to the end, and so you can make it to the white flag, and then from there, good luck. That's all I got to say.
That's right.
Good luck. Because you're going to get pushed like crazy.
All right, the field has come together. The lights are off on our pace car, which means next time by will be going green and hopefully getting this race completed. Austin Green in the 87 is in the low line. He's got Malik Ray tucked behind him. Austin Green to the outside in that 87 truck, the outside line. He's got the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. behind him.
Got some big movers. Adam Kilday up 21. Dalton Randolph in 11th up 24 spots. Timothy Peters in 14th up 23 spots. So a lot of big movers here in the late stages. Rick, let's see who's able to get it done. But here we go. Pace car is dropped off. We are about to get our second green-white checker underway here at Talladega. They're in the Geico restart zone, and we are green flag racing here back at Talladega with 3 to go. Matt Lee out front, Malik Ray in second, Austin Green, Jackson Carr, and Kenneth McCullough Jr. round out your top 5. And I can feel the pressure. The energy's high. I can feel the tension right now. They know that last caution, there was a little bit of contact, and they only have 2 laps to go.
That outside lane, that third lane is trying to form up. Do you gamble? Do you go? You don't have much time.
If you're going to do it, you got to go now. And then, if you're Kenneth McCullough there on the second car on the outside line, what are you going to do? You're going to push, or you're going to try to make your way to the top side? But here we go out of turn 4.
Can we make it to the...
Yeah, I think right now the pushes are big, but we have made it to the low white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Austin Green, Matt Lee leading the top and the bottom lane. You got the Austin Green on the outside getting pushed by the 03, your previous winner in race number 1, Kenneth McCullough Jr.
How long do you hang in there before you move out? I think the 03 is thinking it's going to be soon. He's in there tight.
Turn 4. It's got to be turn 4.
Yeah, Adam Kilday's tucked in behind him.
I think they're wrecking behind.
They're wrecking deep, upside down, all around. Our eyes are focused here on these leaders.
Is Kenneth McCullough going to jump out? He's trying to move around. And then there's Austin Green to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line. Who's going to get it done?
Oh, wrecking behind.
I think it's Austin Green brings it home by 1/100th of a second over Kenneth McCullough Jr.
We gotta take a look at that again.
Wow, what a photo finish.
Let's get a better shot. Austin Greens. Let's try to find a little bit different.
'87 went down to block the inside line, and this was as close as you can get to the line. What a finish, though, by the '87 of Austin Green to bring home the win with Kenneth McCullough Jr. Nice $350 payday.
Nice.
And then trucks wrecking.
Like they're typically going to do as they congratulate the winner. No
Absolutely.
damage.
What a nice burnout. Alrighty. What a great way to end race number 2 here with the Super Speedway Kings Friday Night Thunder. Austin Green brings home the win. Your $250 winner. Kenneth McCullough Jr. in second, winning $200. Matt Lee in third, winning $186. Adam Kilday and Malik Ray rounding out your top 5 with those respective payouts there. John Mullahan in 6th, Michael Guest 7th, Jackson Carr in 8th, Jason D. Maines in 9th, and Kyler Wynn rounds out your top 10.
All right, in 11th, Dalton Randolph 12th, Trevor Asworth. I'm butchering your name, Trevor. I'm sorry. Rhett Tucker is in 13th. Andrew Navarro in 14th. Dylan C. Jones in 15th. David Sheets in 16th. Ron Morris finishes in 17th and 18th. Michael Triscaro in 19th. Brock Westmoreland. 20th is Timothy Peters.
In 21st, you have Zach Range, David Farmer in 22nd. Ryan Newman out of Michigan in 23rd. Cody Anderson in 24th. Cody Nagels in 25th. Aubrey Thompson in 26th. Nathan Warren in 27th. In 28th, you have Robert Wagner, 29th, Matt Patton in 30th, Richard Sanchez.
In 31st, Anthony English. 32nd is Christopher McCullough. Oh, someone's engine expired. Troy Wilson finishes 33rd. Rafael Hubi in 34th. Justin Mills in 35th. Sean Colbert in 36th. Bobby Forbes in 37th. 38th is Kevin Fries. 39th, Kevin Stamper. Kenneth Stamper, David Bond in 40th, Jared Barkley in 41st, Joey Galati 42nd, and Eric McMillan in 43rd. All right, that wraps up our second race. Let's see if we can find Mr. Matt Lee and move him to the broadcast booth. Matt, congratulations on your P3 finish.
Thanks, man.
Crazy finish, but you had just an incredible amount of talent out there. Give us a little brief synopsis of that restart.
Yeah, that restart, is I thought at one point jumping up to the top there, and it was just, I stayed committed to the bottom and was really hoping I was going to get a better push from Malik, and just didn't come. Austin, Kenny had a great run on the top there, and hats off to them too for getting it done.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your P3 finish. Any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, I just got to thank all the help from Cody Neagles and you guys for putting on the broadcast, Jimmy for putting on the race. Anyone look for some sim racing gloves, jerseys, anything like that, check them out, martinsports906.com. Premier Setup Shop. I think that's about it.
All right. Well, there's your P3 finisher, Matt Lee, in tonight's second feature. And congratulations.
Thanks, Rick.
Got it. All right, and we welcome to the broadcast booth Kenneth McCullough Jr. Congratulations. You almost got another one.
Hey, man, I'm not sad about that one at all. Me and Matt Lee made a good call there to pit early and get a little bit of gas, and it worked out for us. Congratulations to Austin. He's my teammate, so that was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were, when we went to that last caution that occurred and then that restart, we knew at some point all those gloves were coming off. So
Yeah, that was an awesome race, man. That was a good race there, coming to the line. We don't finish too many of them unless it's upside downwards. So I was happy we all come across the line there and didn't all wreck.
Well, congratulations. Any shout outs again tonight?
Yeah, I just got to thank Austin, man, for that. Congratulations on him on the win. Matt Lee there for pitting with me. That was a good call on both our parts. Thank you all for doing the broadcast, and thank all the fans and Jimmy for putting this thing on, and all the fans for watching.
All right. Well, as you're just wrapping up, we just brought Austin Green to the broadcast booth. Congratulations, Austin. That was one heck of a race.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Just take us through that last restart. I mean, we were up in the booth. If I had nails to bite, they'd be gone.
Well, I mean, I think that's 2 weeks. Well, 2 races at least now. I know the one on Monday, the Little Guy Series, where I've gotten super lucky to get at the front at the end. I got shuffled out of the draft on a checkup right at the end, and didn't really have a choice because I lost the draft, so I just decided to pit. And then I know Ken and Matt did the same thing. Then we got that late caution, so it put us up front. And then for that the second or the first overtime there, I thought we were going to be trapped. I think it was Rick Sanchez had some damage, so I thought we were going to get stuck there. But then once we had the second green white checkered and I had Ken lined up behind me, I knew if we could stay together, we'd have definitely a good chance at it. And he was pushing me for everything he was worth. I almost lost it a couple times. I would have been sad if I did, because that would have been on me. But man, I'm so excited to have got that win.
Oh, it was awesome to watch. Yeah, we saw those guys who they did not pit, and I think that they were gambling a bit on fuel mileage, but it didn't pay out, and that's why you saw Sanchez and I think Cody Nagels may have also had come back down, so they kind of cycled out of the front. But yeah, super excited to watch you win that. That was just a blast, and congratulations.
Thanks, man. Just before I go, though, I do want to say thanks to McCullough Motorsports there, especially Ken, for helping me at the end there. I could not have got that win without him pushing those last 2 laps. I know he had to have been probably double blinking. And then John Mullahan was up there too. But, man, that was a great race. And, of course, thank you guys for broadcasting. And thank you to Jimmy for putting it on.
You got it. All right, there's your winner. Austin Green wins our second race of the night. Big money for these guys. We're super thankful to have this opportunity to broadcast this Friday Night Thunder event and look forward to next week. John, any parting words tonight?
I'm just stoked that we had amazing racing tonight. Hope everybody at home enjoyed it, and make sure to tune in next week for the Tech for Troop Cup Series on Wednesday nights, the INRS Series on Thursday as well. Those are also great series to check out. So if you've watched this far, or you're watching the replay, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We want to keep you in tune for all we got going on here on the IWM Broadcast Network. So I'm ecstatic that these races turned out as well as they did. So congrats to all the winners.
All right. Thanks, folks, for tuning in, and have a great night.